you, that's exactly where things begin to change, because the first thing you notice isn't the engine, it's the presence. The stance, that bold, aggressive front grille that doesn't just sit there, it announces itself. The kind of design that makes other drivers look twice and maybe even feel a little intimidated. And here's the thing, looks alone don't keep a truck on top. So what's really hiding behind that design? Let's step inside. The moment you enter the cabin, everything shifts. You're no longer stepping into a work vehicle, you're stepping into a space built for survival on the road. Every inch is intentional, every detail is calculated, the seating position, perfectly aligned to reduce fatigue. The steering, responsive, controlled, precise, and then the dashboard, clean, focused, driver first, no unnecessary distractions, no clutter, just what you need exactly where you need it. Now think about this for a second. How many trucks actually respect the driver? Not many, but this one, it listens. The controls are placed where your hands naturally fall. The displays are angled for quick glances, not long distractions. And when you're pushing through long miles, those small details become the difference between exhaustion and control. And then comes the sleeper, because let's be real, this is where most trucks fail. You're living here, not just driving. But Mack didn't treat this like an afterthought. This sleeper is built like a personal space. Spacious, functional, quiet, enough room to stretch, to rest, to reset, because if your body fails, everything fails. And right here is where you start realizing, this truck isn't just about moving freight, it's about keeping the driver sharp, focused, and ready. Now let's talk about what really matters. Power, because at the end of the day, none of this matters if the truck can't deliver under the hood. You're dealing with a system designed for consistency, not just raw power, but usable power. The kind that doesn't fade when the load gets heavy or when the road starts pushing back. You're climbing a steep grade, fully loaded. Most trucks start to struggle, hesitate, lose rhythm, but this it holds, steady, controlled, like it's built for that exact moment. And that's not by accident, that's engineering. But here's a question, what's power without efficiency? Because fuel costs don't care how strong your engine is. And this is where things get interesting. Aerodynamics, weight distribution, smart systems, everything working together, not separately, so instead of fighting the road, this truck flows with it. And over time, that translates into something every driver understands, savings, real savings. Now let's shift gears for a second, literally. Transmission response, smooth, predictable, intelligent, no unnecessary jerks, no awkward delays, just clean, confident shifts that match your driving style. And here, where you start noticing something subtle, you're not adjusting to the truck. The truck is adjusting to you, and that changes everything, because when a truck feels natural, you drive better. When you drive better, you perform better. And when you perform better, you earn more. Simple. Now let's take it to the highway. Open road, long stretch, no interruptions. This is where trucks reveal their true nature. You press the throttle. The response is immediate, but controlled. No chaos, no overreaction. Just pure forward motion. And as the miles start stacking up, something unexpected happens. You're not getting tired, not the way you usually do. Why? Because everything is working in sync. The seating supports you. The steering responds naturally. The cabin stays quiet, and suddenly those long hours don't feel as heavy. But let me interrupt this for a second, because here's the reality most people ignore. Comfort is not luxury in trucking, it's survival, and trucks that ignore this don't last. Now back to the road, stability. This is where weaker trucks fall apart. Crosswinds, uneven surfaces, heavy loads. But the 2026 Mack Anthem sleeper stays planted, confident, predictable. You don't feel like you're fighting the truck, you feel like you're in control of it. And that's a huge difference, because control builds confidence, and confidence keeps you safe. Now let's talk about something most people overlook. Braking, not flashy, not exciting, but critical. And here, precision matters. The braking system responds exactly how you expect it to. No delays, no surprises, just clean, controlled stopping power. And when you're hauling serious weight, that matters more than anything. Now here's something interesting. What if I told you this truck is not just built for today, but for what's coming next? Technology integration, smart monitoring systems, driver assistance features, all designed to make your job easier, not more complicated. Because, let's be honest, nobody wants more complexity, drivers want clarity, and this truck delivers that. Now let's pause for a second, because this is where most people make a mistake. They look at a truck like this and think it's just about specs. But it's not, it's about experience. It's about how it feels hour after hour, mile after mile. And this is where the 2026 Mack Anthem sleeper separates itself. Consistency, that's the real power, not just performing once, but performing every single day. No drama, no unpredictability, just reliability, and in trucking, reliability is everything. Now imagine this, you're weeks into a long-haul cycle, different states, different conditions, but the truck feels the same, solid, predictable, comfortable. That's not luck, that's design, and this is where the real value shows up, because downtime costs money, fatigue costs focus, and inconsistency costs both. But when your truck eliminates those problems, you move differently, you think differently. You operate at a higher level, and that's what this machine is built for. Now let me ask you something. What kind of driver do you want to be? The one constantly adjusting, struggling, reacting, or the one in control, confident, consistent, because your truck decides that more than you think? And right now, this is one of the few machines that actually gives you that edge. But here's the catch, not everyone will understand it. Some will look at it and just see another truck, but experienced drivers, they'll know. They'll feel it within minutes, because when something is built right, you don't need to be told, you just know. And that's exactly what's happening here. Now as we bring this together, there's one final thing you need to understand. This isn't about hype, this isn't about trends, this is about evolution. The trucking industry is changing, faster than most people realize, and trucks like the 2026 Mack Anthem sleeper, they're not following that change, they're leading it. So the real question is whether this truck is good. That's already clear. The real question is, are you ready to keep up with it? Because once you experience this level of control, comfort, and performance, going back won't feel the same. And if you made it this far, you already know why. Subscribe now, because this is just the beginning.